Hi, friends. How we doing? Congratulations, Cherish, once again on grabbing first. How you doing, Steve? Oh, that was a good coffee. I think it might have been the fourth. I don't know. Fuck knows. Coffee is good, especially when you add a little hot chocolate powder to it. Just But how are we doing? It was the winter solstice yesterday, so shortest day of the year has been and gone, and now the days will slowly begin to get longer again. Sad news for those of us who like the short days and the darkness, but great news for those of us who like the sun. In about 5-6 months, it'll be the longest day of the year. Everyone is okay, but on Friday, Mum's fan club. Oh, Jesus, Steph. I'm glad to hear everyone's okay now. Did they figure out what was wrong? But yeah, no. Winter solstice been and gone. Summer solstice in December. In a couple of weeks, it'll start getting warmer again, which is saying something because let me tell you, I've barely had to pull out the blankets this winter. I hate it. I want the cold. But now there's no hope that it will get colder because the solstice has been. There is no hope that it'll get any colder than it has been, and that makes me sad. I'm the kind of person who likes not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 blankets on their bed. I know I covered this the other day, but I use those Kmart fucking mink fuzzy blankets, and I use that as the bottom layer because it is soft and warms up very, very fast. And then I layer a light doona and a slightly heavier doona, and then a very heavy mink blanket on top of that to act as a weight. It's so comfortable. It's so warm. It is so cozy. And the most I've done is the fuzzy blanket, the light doona, and the mink blanket. I've not once had to pull out the second doona. And it makes me cry. It has absolutely not been cold enough. But on the plus side, it means I've been less whiny about not having someone to snuggle because it's not been cold enough for me to go, I need to snuggle someone. Solo altered like 8 times in one. Whoa. Well, I would take that as a compliment. They saw you as a threat and they went, gotta get you. Horrible feeling. Horrible feeling as a support man. Horrible feeling. But because you are stinky, sweaty DPS, it means they were doing their job and focusing the danger. But yeah, no. Last week was incredibly fucking busy. We had not 1, 2 collabs during the week. Lots of fun. I've been spending the day scrubbing Friday's collab video for clips that I've uploaded to the clip channel, but also for the PCU. And I've still got to do the previous Among Us collab. I'm working on scrubbing through that VOD for clips. And then this Sunday, we have another Among Us collab with some familiar faces and I think some new faces. Play the game. Yeah, see, you were the threat. You were the threat, Shark. And that will be the last of our collabs for Pride Month. So we only have one more collab left, and it's an Among Us one this Sunday. And then we will be back to our normal scheduled events, including every week doing a Ghibli movie. We did Kiki's delivery service yesterday. We won't be doing a movie this coming weekend because, of course, I have the collab. But then the weekend after, if there's a Ghibli movie you would like to see, let us know, because we will be watching yet another Ghibli movie. Most damage in the game? Stinky DPS. Well done. That's your job. Damage. And then this Wednesday, I still haven't decided if I'm going to continue Moses and Plato because it's been so long since we've touched it. If I do, it's out of the time frame that I had to deliver content for that key, so I won't need to put disclaimers down for it. But it would kind of be nice to finish the game. But I also have Coffee Talk that I want to get to. So Coffee Talk Tokyo, because we all know I love my talk games, apparently. I love to yap and I love to lose my voice narrating these games. But yeah, so we have Moses and Plato to finish, Tavern Talk to get to, and we're still doing Lego Batman on Saturday. So that's the plan. And then first Friday of every month, for those on the $6 Ko-fi tier and above, we have our Ko-fi movie nights. We haven't decided what movie yet we're watching next month. So for those of you in the Ko-fi exclusive channel on Discord, let me know what you want to watch and we will get it sorted. And then I think that's everything we have to update. Ko-fi movie nights. What games we've got? Collab. No Ghibli night this weekend because collab, but Ghibli nights continuing normally after that because no more collabs in the pipeline at the moment. It's calmness. It's calm time because that's what I need in July is calm. Because fuck, I hate July as a month. For personal reasons. But shall we get into the game? Alright, where were we up to? 358, 570. Why are there so many chapters, bro? Why are they mixed up like this, bro? I'm gonna say this one. I hate July because it's my birthday month. And that's on trauma. Alright. Act 1, The Drowsy Dragon. Chapter 2, The Nightmare Before Zenith. 37th of the Dreaming Moon. Now, for those that weren't here last time we played this game, this is the future tavern keeper of the previous game. So we are in basically a pre-log game. This is like 20 years before the other Tavern Talk games. And our tavern keeper from the other Tavern Talk games is kind of an adventurer right now. And that's little Andu. We love Andu. Me? No. I'm going on a walk. Now be quiet before you wake Croissant. Croissant? Paladin. Listen, if he asks, you've never seen me before, okay? Alright. Oh, did I say I don't think so? Fuck, whoops. Listen. If you just play along, I'll mail you a souvenir from the plains. An ancient artifact, perhaps? What makes you think I'd want that? Well, they say that dig site in the plains leads to the tomb of a champion of the Elder Dragon, Heard a wizard tell the guards about how it might be full of magical clockwork or ancient puzzles and explosives. Who wouldn't want such an exciting souvenir? According to a wizard, the plains conceal the tomb of a champion of as well as their favorite clocks or puzzles. Careful, they may blow up. Now, that's the quest we made. We haven't given it to anyone yet. I think I'd prefer honesty instead. Come on, don't be so difficult. Good morning. Well, should have run out faster, buddy. They were just sneaking out. Hey, you snitch. They were. It's more fun. It's more fun being a little snitchy, a little bratty. No, I wasn't. I was actually just getting this. This thing. The quest? Yes, the quest. I was picking it up so I could go on it and help. Love helping. Big hobby of mine. Look at Andrew. He's like, yeah, sure, buddy. Really? That's surprising. How wonderful. Could I have a look? Sure. What's it about? There's this city and things are happening in it. I kind of want to tease Rune a little. I could be clear and concise and tell him the actual shit, but it's more fun watching Rune squirm. How interesting. Please tell us more. Right, they're having some real problems there. Pretty bad problems. Lots of local problems. Hence the helping, you know? I see. A young boy terrorized by the sounds of thousands of feet and loud snoring below his bed, as well as nightmares and a series of strange thefts. Is all that true, Kit? It is. Then these people really do need help. That poor child must be terrified. Do you think there's actually a monster under his bed? I don't know, but we should check, just in case. If nothing else, we can help him be a little less afraid by taking care of the thief. The thief isn't you, is it, Rune? I've actually never been to Zenith before. Is it nice there? If you ignore their awful affront to jelly donuts. I'd love to try those. Me too. I suppose we'll get our chance soon. We? Obviously, I'm going with you. Do you have to? I can't let you go alone. You're still in custody. And I'm not going to sit around while these people need help. Nice of you. Very. Or micromanaging. So, Rune, does that mean you're changing your plans for the planes? What plans? Plain plans is what they mean. Boring ones, like staying inside all day. Yep, definitely meant that. I don't believe you. I was merely telling Kit about how some of the discovered artifacts suggest there may be a champion's tomb in the plains. A champion? What kind of artifacts? And what kind of champion? No, idiot. It's a tomb. Most of what I heard sounded like speculation, like, oh, we found this illegible diary written in ancient tongues. Or, look at this magical silver arrow that probably went with a magical bow. Famously invented weapons. How very of them. Is a bow and arrow type dragon? Not traditionally, no. What kind of arrow are they saying it is? I don't know. I didn't see it. Silver, big, longbow type of thing? They mentioned it was made of bone. Like a spine. A Tarrasque spine. A Tarrasque spine? That sounds like... Could it be? Mind sharing your great insights? I saw a bow carved from a defeated Tarrasque spine depicted on a mural of the great serpent dragon once. He wouldn't have a tomb. I don't know if death can even die. Surely not on the mortal plane. But there's a legend about one of his most loyal champions, Yathama Galenus. He defeated the colossal titan of the Umbral Night. They say the great spirit dragon gifted her a bow and arrow modeled after his very own. She accidentally struck her lover Princess Madeira with it during their first encounter. Allegedly, the weapon knew the two could only be separated in death. It's very interesting. Perhaps it's a tomb, is what I'm saying. Yathama, the lady with the three-headed hound? Oh, we love puppy dogs. Could Yathama Galanus' tomb really have just been uncovered? What grave goods did Tuat's most loyal champion depart with? Yes, that one. Oh, I mean boring. Xanath sounds so much more normal. So glad we're going there instead. It's important we help where we can. So Yathama and Saye plans will have to wait. I suppose so. But they're not going anywhere, I hope. Although... What, you think the planes can teleport? What? No. But yesterday I couldn't sleep, so I went outside to watch the stars. Oh, I do love a good star watching. And I met some merchants just passing through town. Apparently they're avoiding the Saye plains because people have been encountering a strange monster. One of them claims it's a dragon, but dragons would neither leave survivors nor have 3 heads. As far as we know. Right, as far as we know. I thought it might be a guardian. One of the magnificent divine creatures the dragons created to protect sacred places. Like a guardian of Tuat guarding a lost tomb? Perhaps. What kind of guardian do you think Tuat would have? Some sort of scavenger animal, I'd assume. That's what his familiars mirror, at least. So like a fish with razor-sharp teeth? If that's it, it could be a piranha. I bet it's translucent, like a ghost. Oh, maybe? So, do you always watch the stars when you can't sleep? A dangerous creature is haunting the Saye plains. A ghost, a piranha, a guardian, or all of the above? Yes, don't you? No, seems like a waste of time. Not at all. It's quite calming to gaze up at Cassiopeia's firmament and ponder the meaning of everything. Oh, good lord. We all know the answer to life, the meaning of everything, blah, blah, blah. It's 42. It's 42. You don't need to ponder it. It's 42. The meaning of everything? Destiny, fate, the paths before us, who we are, who we could be, the stars know it all. 42. Were you raised this pretentious or did you get this way on your own? Bet your parents were breakfast, lunch, and dinner prayers kind of people. My parents aren't religious. They're chairs at the Four Quartz Institute of Postmodern Magecraft and Wizardry. And they were in need of a child like you to cover for their heathen ways? No, I chose this path for myself. Does it make you happy? Happier than I've ever been. Which is very... I'm working on it. All my siblings followed in their footsteps and became great mages of their own. But I couldn't live that life of manipulation, corruption, being only what they wanted me to be. I wanted to shape my own destiny, you know? I know. You still talk like a mage. Please don't say that. Fine, alright. But you really should try to be a little less pretentious. Unfortunately, I think that's beyond my capabilities. It would be like asking you to be less sneaky. I guess we'll just have to go our separate ways then. But the quest. The quest, right. So do we just take this parchment and then do our worst? You do, but before you go, I can offer you one of my magical drinks to aid you on your journey. Aid us? My drinks can enhance your abilities, making you capable of even greater heroic feats. Stronger, faster, smarter, whatever you need. I can help with it. How do you do that? Is it a spell? Or a blessing stolen from Gaia? Trade secret, I'm afraid. Oh, come on! What drink will you give us then? No. You tell me how you want to approach this, and I'll mix you something that fits. In return, you tell me the story of victory, and I get to feel helpful. In return, I get to bend fate a little. Oh, I do like the I get to bend fate a little. An equal exchange. You think? I'm not sure. I'm not really into magic. You do magic? Divine blessings. Right. Okay, so you'll make us a delicious drink filled to the brim with magic so that we can have some fun in Zenith? And help, of course. Don't look at me like that, Quasar. Do you have something that would help with trickery and flair? We could beat the thief at their own game. Beat them with false rumors, steal their thieves' tools, maybe impersonate the monster under the bed. We just need a little bit of inspiration to help us figure out just the right scheme. I mean plan. And enough dexterity to act quickly. Can't fall for their tricks after all. Sure, I could offer you something like that. That's not at all what we need. Danger could be afoot. We have to be able to deliver righteous justice to any monsters or criminals we may come across. We'll need to remain vigilant and motivated in order to do our very best. And we certainly should not be too hasty. If we approach this slowly, we'll be less likely to make mistakes once we confront the culprit. The citizens of Zenith will feel safer when they know we're able to defend them. Are you going to fight the cobblestones? I'm much more worried about the person breaking and entering than about some paint. Well, you're wrong. Kit, I think we need an impartial party here. Please make this choice for us. Trickery or protectors of justice? Which path should we walk? Can't say I'm impartial, but all right. I'm kind of leaning towards the trickery. Not gonna lie. All right, let's have a look again. Drinks. What do we need? All right, the brawler, courage, motivates, hope. Inspiring, hope, courage. Inspiring, luck, hope. We don't really have many options, do we? All right. Approach 1, trickery, flair, inspiration, dexterity. Approach 2, righteous justice, vigilant, motivated. Not be too hasty, slowly defend. That's, okay. And we've only got the 4 drinks to choose from. I'm taking it by the things that it's either this or that with the little tabs on them. So I'm going to do this one, I think. All right, now I got to remember how to make these. All right, we need... Alright, this one does that, which no. That one does that, which also no, but we kind of need that star there. Oh, perfect. That gets that right where we need that, and then we just need that one 2 over and that one back. 1 back. Can we go 2 over at all? Just brilliant. Okay, perfect. Easy peasy lemon fucking squeezy. And then that takes it 1 back. All right, and then 2 of these. Perfection. First, let's see. Hang on. Hit the B, and fa-ding. I think a bit of fun and creativity will help cheer this townsfolk up. A good laugh can do wonders. Plus, defeat a thief, you must think like one. I'm not so sure about that. Yeah, let's go fix this mayhem with a bit of chaos of our own. Thanks for the help, Kit, and farewell. We'll be back. Sure. I'll make sure to bring a good story back for you. Best of luck. All right, we have a new quest. What do we got? New York in the side plains, apparently inspiring enough for shapeful architecture. That's also about the Side Plains. They're all... They kind of all go together, don't they? Okay, but if not... What? Hang on. I'm confused. Apparently those go together. Okay. Another one haunts the dust. Archaeological findings in the Side Plains have sparked an impromptu exhibition of some mysterious architecture. Could this be the tomb of Yatha Magellanus, Tuat's most loyal champion? What grave goods did she depart with? Meanwhile, a dangerous creature is haunting the plains. Experts describe it as a ghost, a piranha, a guardian, or all three. How are these discoveries connected? Act 1, The Drowsy Dragon. Chapter 3, Anchors Away, 38th of the Dreaming Moon. Oh, hello. You're hot. And we know you? And you have a pet mouse with a bow tie. Hello, sailor. Holy shit, you're hot. Hi. Hi, baby. Hi. Oh, Aegis, welcome back. Hi there, Kit. Aegis Beckon. Kin Phantasm Fawn. Age 32. So he's age appropriate for me. A little on the young side, but age appropriate. Pronouns he, him. Class Bard. Background Borkham. Alignment Chaotic Good. He's a hottie is what he is. Hello, Aegis. Hi there, Kit. What's on the menu today? Still haven't started doing daily specials, unfortunately. That's too bad. You should really think about it. Your patrons would love it. And by my patrons, you mean you, right? I suppose we'll have to see about that. But for now, how about the usual? I know you always need a refreshment after your shift. You know what? I would actually die for one of your creations right now. Figuratively, of course. My shift today was a literal nightmare. When I said I wanted more exciting orders, I wasn't trying to manifest completely delusional ones from every know-it-all in town. Or out of town, for that matter. Imagine today someone ordered creme brulee with a shrimp scampi core. Sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? That sounds nasty. That sounds disgusting. No, thank you. No, that's nasty. That's wrong. There's so many. All the booze for you, buddy. All the booze for you. For that. We don't even serve creme brulee. Yeah, that was the problem. That was the problem, friends. That they don't serve creme brulee. Hold on 1 second. There we go. And still I had to make it work somehow because at the Squeaky Lobster, the customer is always right. No, the customer, no. Look, I know the full saying is the customer is always right in matters of taste, but no, that is not, no. So many levels of no. Needless to say, it was a mess. It seems like you're in dire need of a very refreshing drink. But okay, can we just touch on, he's hot and he knows how to cook. He's hot and he knows how to cook. I'm sold. I'm sold. You guessed it. I've been fantasizing about the taste of one of your potions for countless hours today. Pajat, was it? The faint notes of cotton candy and some exotic fruit I've never tried and also can never quite place my finger on. Oh, that sounds delicious. He's a sweet tooth too. Oh, cutie, get in my bed. A drink like that would refill my social battery in no time. Fret not, Kit to the rescue. Alright, I just requested a drink with a specific ingredient. What was it again? Let me check my log real quick. Ah, that's right. He wanted a drink with Tajat. Let's see which drink I can concoct with it. Alright, let's see what Tajat is again. Alright, we've got Tajat. Ah, the pretty bottle. Okay. Alright, first, let's put some Tajat in and see what we get. Okay. And then we can possibly make this Voyager's Dream. All right, let's that looks easy enough to make with. Oh wait, no, it starts with. Yes, actually, perfect. I've already got these two. For some reason, I was thinking it was these 2 stars that went forward and not these 2 stars. I don't know if you can even see my. No, you cannot see my mouse. That would help. But I thought it was the bottom 2 stars, not the top 2 stars, and I'm stupid. Anyways, 2 over, 1 over. Which means... Ooh, actually? No. Wait, which one takes us? Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. I don't think I can do it that way. Yeah, have something to... There we go. Let's try a different thing. Maybe this one. Let's do that again. Right. And then see if... That takes us over 2. It takes us back 1. That takes us... Which one takes us back like that? There we go. Okay. Bing, bong, boom. The bottom 3 are correct. Bottom 4 are correct. We just need 1 over on the top. But it looks like the only way to do that and then some of this to take it back. There we go. Oh, that was rough. That was rough. Some freshly brewed fuel to recharge your social battery. You never disappoint, Kit. I think this would make an amazing marinade from fresh seafood. Let's not, please. Was worth a try, though. That reminds me, I also got you a little refreshment. Well, it's more for your customers than for yourself. But either way, it's Dobby, a special ingredient I always store in my kitchen. Wouldn't recommend drinking it straight from the bottle, but a little sip of it? Galvanic. It's my go-to for whenever I'm out of ideas and feel stuck in the kitchen, you know? Thank you. Oh, what is it? It reminds me of a recipe from a childhood friend. Oh, that's sweet. I'll have to try that one as well sometime. But now we got a new drink. Oh, that looks like... Okay. From the dawn of humanoid kind, we have gazed upon the stars. For many wizards, this innate desire turned into obsession, which has been crystallized into this cold and enchanting brew. The crunchy gemstones give it a strange but alluring sweetness. I'm sorry, you're supposed to eat the gemstones? Melting away worries both good and bad. This spellcaster's favorite focuses immensely on creativity and confidence, maybe a bit too much on the latter. So, what about you? Did anything exciting happen to you today? Not until you set foot in my tavern. Your sweet talk won't work on me. But it made you wink. It made you wink. Look, it made you smile. I do live to make cuties smile. Worth a try. To be fair, today's been kind of slow so far, which is not a bad thing at all. Slow days allow you to take well-deserved break. You might be onto something there. But I just can't shake the feeling that every day in my life is a slow day. No matter how many carrots I have to julienne. Don't get me wrong, I love cooking. And I bet you make some delicious fucking food. I love the ingredients and flavors coming together, creating something completely new for someone to experience. Put something sweet and sour together with a dash of cinnamon and watch the evolution of flavor take place. It's phenomenal. It's kind of like dreaming about something and then suddenly it becomes reality somehow. You make it happen. That's cooking. That's, if you want to go that far, even the essence of life itself. You get me? I'm working on it. Can I work on you? And yet it's nothing compared to the stories my ma tells me every time she sets foot on land. I wonder what she'll have to tell me this time. It's been quite a while since her last story, after all, so I just can't wait for the next one. She's told me stories about adventure, heroism, hidden riches, monsters, love. I always hang on to her every word. She spins yarns like fairy tales, full of dreams you wish would come true. Oh, he loves his mom! She is. Though I wish I were also a part of her adventures and stories. Oh, sweet baby. Oh, sweet baby. I'll be your mummy. She's in the city at the moment, but I guess she hasn't had the time to say hello yet. Oh. Oh, poor baby. Being an adventurer must be tough. Mum, visit your child. You know, someday I'd just like to be someone, I guess. Oh, he's a wounded animal. Oh no, oh no, my weakness. Like someone people remember, someone who goes on the wildest adventures and changes the world, leaves their mark, all that. But, well, a man can't live on dreams alone. And to be fair, I don't think I'm the right guy for the adventuring business anyway. All I've got are stories about accidentally switching up the salt and sugar. Oh no, do not, no. One time, in childhood, I am still scarred. My grandmother used to keep the salt and sugar in the exact same looking containers without labels. Recipe for disaster when you're making a sweet apple pie and you sprinkle the top not with sugar, but with copious amounts of salt. And I mean copious. And who in that family gathering was the first to bite into that apple pie and absolutely puke their guts up? Me. It was me. It was like 10-year-old me. Oh, the nasty. They do, in fact, look strikingly similar. Still, that's kind of my job, isn't it? But luckily, I've got my customers' stories to quench my thirst for the unknown. Today, I had someone from the Burning Peaks come by. Quite the character, really. Told me they work as a lava leech collector, but I'd take that with a grain of salt. And not sugar. Hey! Did they try to sell you some of their leeches? What on guile would I do with the leeches? They taste horrible. No, they actually told me the Burning Peaks are getting a little too hot and dangerous for them. Can you believe it? A place too hot for lava leeches? Apparently the volcano near his village is going to erupt, potentially. Where exactly? I think the village is called Siltwick. Sounded pretty bad. So now they're staying in Borkham until the volcano has calmed down again. That does sound like a good reason to avoid the Burning Peaks at the moment. A visiting lava leech collector fears the Burning Peaks might quite literally live up to their name soon and burn Siltwick to the ground. Hang on, where's Siltwick? Bro, where is it? Saye Plains? Zoford? Ah, we know the name Zoford. Damali, Gravelmac, and Silver Pass? No. Northern Republic, Zenith, Burning Peaks. Burning Peaks? Again. So there's the Burning Peaks. Okay. So it's somewhere around here. I definitely agree, but honestly, that person's nowhere near my most exciting customer. Oh, hang on a sec. I lost my game and my stream. I remember it like it was yesterday. He was just a normal guy, came in on a random ardor and told me he got saved from a kelpie by a famous hero. Imagine he met Aquila Delphine, the Aquila Delphine, the lone wanderer who saved countless lives all over Gaia. The story about how she scared away those feral Raijus still gives me shivers, no matter how often I hear it. And that's not all. Did you know she's said to have saved a lucky tourist from a gigantic lugworm just last week? It happened right next to us in the Wadden Sea. I don't think I've ever been so close to her before. By the dragon, she's just so cool. And I indirectly served her my food. I'm not sure it works like that. I think it works even better than that. If she herself came to my restaurant, I would definitely switch up the salt and sugar, that's for sure. But think of all the stories she could tell. Do you, by any chance, think she could use an intern? You could always try and apply. It's a nice thought, but I don't know if I'm really made for adventuring. I mean, I could think of a place you could adventure. I mean, what? No, nothing. I'm a good boy. You won't know if you never try. What about a bit of adventuring on the side? It's okay to settle for less. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one do I go? Cook by the day, adventurer by night? Or something like that? I do like the sound of that. Aegis yearns for adventures beyond the culinary. Raised on the legendary tales of his mother and other heroines like Aquila Delphine, we love a secure man. Aegis wants nothing more than to follow in their footsteps. While his courage hasn't caught up to his ambition yet, I'm certain it won't stay that way forever. Oh, she's so pretty! And we'll find out who she is right after this ad break because it's coming up in 12 minutes and I need to pee, friends. So, you know the drill. Every time we need to run ads, we go to a BB so no one misses any gameplay. Everyone can stretch, hydrate, go to the toilet, grab some snacks and take meds if they need to. So I'll see you in 5 minutes. Ahoy, sailors. And ahoy, sailor. Gosh, she's so cute. Her wings are so pretty. Ahoy. Who might she be? I'm Kaya Vinca. Vinca like the flower, you know? Or the Spring Court Band, or my great-grandma. You can call me Kaya, or Vin, or Vikia, or whatever you want, really. Girl, have a little pride. Decide what you want to be called. Kaya Vinca. In Villa, age 194. Girl, you don't look a day off after 130. Goddamn. Pronouns, she, her, class druid, background Avalon, alignment chaotic neutral. Oh, we'd love a chaotic neutral girly. We love a chaotic neutral girly. Nice to meet you, Kaya. I'm Kit, and this is Aegis, one of my regulars. Oh, they'd make a cute couple, don't you think? Ahoy. Oh, cool. Not as cool as the fish you have there on your wall, though. Really? The talking... Really? Girl. Can it sing? No, it's not sentient, only badly. Impossible. Any singing that comes from the heart can't be all that bad. You haven't heard Fisher Me sing yet. Last time it made my patrons' ears bleed. Well, that does sound like a special talent, though. Oh my god, she looks at the positive in everything. She's adorable. By the way, this is an absolutely lovely little tavern. The cattywampus roof, the crooked panels, the little gaps where the light shines through. You can say it's a trashy little hovel. You can say that. And now I can't not see the gaps where the light shines through. Love the cozy feeling. Oh, and what do I spy with my little eye over there? That would be a quest. I can see that. A champion of Tuat's hidden tomb, just what I was looking for. It's like fate brought me here. Ah, Tavern Keeper. Or we perhaps Starcrust, whatever. I'll workshop the name later. Are you a worshipper of Tuat? Me? By chasm, no. But I needed a gift for my best friend, you know? I mean, I guess tomb robbing is one way to get a gift. He's Kane, I mean, that's his name, by the way. He's so lovely. Huge heart, numerous cursed swords, incredible quark balls recipe. I don't know if I want to know what quark balls are. A little dark and twisty when it comes to his personality, but that's okay. Aren't we all like that sometimes? Oh, she's interesting. He's scared. I'm aroused. Well, either way, his rebirthday is coming up and I'd like to get him a present. His rebirth. Is he a vampire? I was already stressing out about it, losing hair and can't sleep over it. It has to be perfect, you see. It can't be any less. Then I had a hunch, walked in here and saw your quest. It's like the stars foretold this. A champion of Tuat's hidden tomb? Couldn't be any more perfect. Maybe I'll find a deathy present there. Do you mean deadly? No, she does not. She does not. That too, deathy and deadly. Like diaries of a vile darkness, death-bringing weapons, or a cursed hair comb. Oh, she's talking such sexy language to me. She's talking such sexy language to me. So, your friend Kane, does he worship Tuat? I don't know about that, but they're a bit hyper-fixated on the great death dragon and all. Don't bother questioning why. The whys and hows move in mysterious ways, Tavern Keep. Don't we all? You're funny. It was it? Are you flirting with me? Yes. Well, kid, it's been nice meeting you. You too, Gaius. Aegis. Right, do you want to come with me? No. He's adorable when he's scared. I'm a cook, you know, not an adventurer. Bro, we were just talking about this, although I don't think this is the adventure to cut your teeth on, but apparently the game does. And I still want to see my ma while she's in town. Okay. Kit, what about you? I wish I could, but my patrons and Captain Bebug rely on me. Bummer. Who's Captain Bebug? My familiar. And what about the little rat? Is he a familiar too? Remy, you mean? More or less. Not exactly, though. Remy, how cute. Where'd you get him from? That... Do they have more? Remy isn't exactly from this world. Where is he from, then? See, with Remy, I didn't exactly get him anywhere here. I got him out of my dream. Like, literally? Ain't no way. Yes, literally. It's kind of... How can I say this? I can pull things straight out of folks' dreams. Like their lost childhood toys or favorite dishes. Anything they dream of. At least in theory. Haven't done it in a while, and I'm not too great at it. I can do the same with nightmares too, by the way. The atrocities the sleeping brain can come up with are so exciting to me. Oh, now he's talking sexy again. Now he's talking sexy. Oh, you're starting to get all dark and twisty now too, Dream Man. Nay, the clientele for that is, let's say, different. So I've chosen to stay away from all that. Yeah, the clientele for that are horny. That's what they are. The clientele for that are horny. Betcha, who taught you how to do it? Aegis' phantasm heritage gives him a strange mastery of dreams. He can pull your lost childhood toy right out of your recurring nightmares. Cool. I'm self-taught. It's kind of an innate ability, special phantasm talent and all. I discovered it by accident when I got Remy. I was 8. He's been with me ever since. That is an old mouse. Cool. Anyway, I'll be on my way then. No time to lose. Gotta be quick if I want to snatch the good stuff. Wait, you can't be thinking about leaving without one of Kit's magical brews. A unique drink forged with arcane liquids known to boost your abilities to make you a legendary hero? Oh, he's being my salesman? How hot. That's hamming it up a bit, Aegis, but thanks. It's the truth. Magical brews, I'm in. What do they do? Do they make me fast? Do they make me invisible? Do they make me irresistible? Something like that. Okay, hand over one of the magic drinks. Sure. What would you like? Any recommendations, Gaius? Aegis. Aegis, right, sorry. Names are slippery little things sometimes. Totally, I can understand. Faces I remember, but names, oof. But I'd pick one that fits your quest. Think how would you like to approach it? Maybe you'd like to make friends? Good company makes for great quests. In that case, how about some charisma? Sure, but then I'd also need all the courage I can get to feel optimistic about my strategy. And to help with approaching strangers, maybe. Yeah, because you really need help approaching strangers. I know I'm already sweet enough as it is, but who knows who I'll meet? You never know which nut it is you'll have to crack. Ayo! I could also go with an independent approach, though. A little bit of finding hidden entrances, brain power, with a dash of confidence so you can master every encounter. That seems creatively intelligent. I like the sound of it. Kit, will you help me choose? Of course, it would be my pleasure. All right. Let's have a look. There are options. Independent, with brain power, dash of confidence, master every encounter, creatively intelligent. Or make friends with some charisma and all the courage and feel optimistic. I feel like approach 2 was the first one we mentioned, and approach 1 was the second. Why are they switched around? Anyways, I think I want to go with approach 1. So brain power, dash of confidence, creatively intelligent. What do we got? Full-on hubris. Creativity and confidence. Energy and courage motivates. Hope, courage, inspiring. Oh my god, I can't remember. Brain power, dash of confidence. So we want intelligence, dash of confidence. Intelligence, dash, luck, hope, inspiring. None of this feels hang on. I think it just comes down to what I put in. So intelligence and confidence. I don't know what confidence would be. Defense or strength? But we want something with brain power. And we just got the dub. So I feel like it wants us to use that. So if we put a little bit of this in. Oh, it's bright pink. It does that. Okay. So what can we do with that? Well, maybe this. Maybe the forlorn hubris. All right, yeah, let's go the forlorn hubris. All right, and then not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Maybe that one. Not that one. Oh, that one. Yes. Okay. I'll put a little bit of this in. And then a little bit of this in. Oh, that changed it completely. Now we need to put that back. How do we minus? There we go. There we go. Good, bee bug. I think if you're planning on stealing something, it'd be best not to announce your presence. Also, best to stay by yourself. The less attention you grab, the more you'll be able to pocket. A heist. That's so fun. I'll be as stealthy as the wind and twice as smart. I wish Kane could see me now. This Kane guy, he's your best friend. He's like my ominous little brother, my partner in crime. Not that we commit any, it's a saying, you know? They say it about iconic duos. I've heard. So he's more the best man than the groom? Oh, Aegis, get it. Get it, Aegis, get it. Sure, if I ever get married, but I don't do romance. It just slows you down. Kind of a waste of time, you feel. Oh, she's a hit it and quit it kind of girl. A waste of... And he's in love already. Couldn't imagine anything more worthwhile. I think you've got to get a little better at imagining then. I imagine a world where love conquers all, but I guess we all dream of different things. Still, romance inspires countless stories and songs and poems. If you say so, I'll be too busy with my quest. Kit String shall help you discover the hidden tomb of epic treasure. I'm sure there'll be a present or two for your death-enthusiastic friend there. Darn tootin', cast your guesses. I'm hoping for a weapon forged in blood. Or a death manifesto. I can already picture it. A mysterious artifact packaging a golden box in the shape of a scarab. Oh, and a lock in the shape of a butterfly. Some additional velvet pattern is also a must, don't you think? Purple, maybe? Oh, she's a kinky girl. That's exceptionally specific. Of course it is. Imagination is the key to success. Without it, how would I know what I'm looking for? I just don't want him to be disappointed by my gift. I'm sure he'd love it regardless. If it comes from the heart, he'll hardly be disappointed. The gesture's what count, as well as the amount of love you put in. And I sense you already put a lot in that thought alone. Your friend will feel the same way. And maybe once you're back, I can pull the box of your dreams out of your dreams. Oh, you'd really do that for me, Gaius? He's such a sweet talker to someone who can't even remember his name. Aegis, but yes. Buddy, you have a type and it's not good for you. If you can imagine it, I can get it out of your dreams. Sweet, let's figure it out when I'm back, because I'm fixing to head to the plains right about now. But don't worry, Aegis. I'm also the same. I have a type, and it is also not good for me. Of course, you can find me at the Squeaky Lobster. And it'll be helpful to know the size of the present before we get to the box. Bless your heart. Alrighty then, Kit, Gaius, I'll see myself out. Girl! He said his name so many fucking times. Kaya is a face-sized storm of sparks and laughs who's turned my tavern upside down. She makes friends faster than I make drinks and always has a razor-sharp quip at the ready. But beneath all the panache, she's fiercely loyal to her best friend, Kane. I think you'll get a good story out of this one. I'm counting on it. So, about that fish. I can sometimes feel it looking at me. I'm sure that's just your imagination. Either way, this was lovely, but I gotta see my dad. Got a big box of leftovers waiting for him. If I wait any longer, it'll all go bad. Fair winds and following seas, Kit. All right, what do we got? Do any of these go together? This one's been crossed out now? So I guess not related? None of these work. Act 1, Drowsy Dragon. Chapter 4, The Secret Mirage, 41st of the Dreaming Moon. He's back. Howdy, Fisher Me. Oh my. Oh, how I've missed you. You gotta tell me about all your adventures while I was gone. And hello to you too, Kit. I didn't know you two were officially friends. Really? Yeah, I don't know either. I was trying to be funny. Oh, you totally were. Anyway, how was your trip to the Hidden Tomb? Did you find a suitable rebirthday gift for Kane? Well, yes and no, but hold your horses. First off... Oh, hello, Hardy. Check it out, I made a new friend. Another one. I should start charging a friend introduction fee. Good to see you again, Miriam. Likewise, Kit. Did you two meet on... Hey, I'm telling the story. Of course. Do you want me to fix you some drinks before we dive in? Nah, no time for drinks, but maybe after the story you can surprise me with something, Kit. Of course. Miriam, anything for you? I wouldn't mind a drink. In fact, my throat's rather dusty. Do you have anything cold and sweet as a countermeasure? Of course. I'll swiftly prep something to wet that dry whistle of yours. That sounded wittier in my head. All right. She said cold and sweet. So she wants a forlorn hubris, right? Cold and sweet. Cold and sweet. But let's see what else we've got. Energy, courage. Inspiring hope and courage. Inspiring spice, luck, hope. Yep. Cold and sweet. It's the forlorn hubris. Alright, let's see. See if we can make that a different way. Nope. 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 Okay, so I don't think we can. Right, that gets us to there. And then we... did this, was it? That gets us... need one more over there. But by doing that... it might... okay. Alright, and then... we just need to take this one back one. My kid, this is quite the concoction. I reckon you practiced in my absence. I reckon you feel quite refreshed. I haven't felt this refreshed since the last time I left your tavern. That's 2 compliments in one. Don't push your luck. Okie dokie, everyone ready? Set the scene. Me, Kaya, stealthy, cute, independent. And Raya, badass. Please don't call me that. Okay, Grumpy Pants. I've been trying to come up with a good nickname for Miriam, but she's so picky. If you just told me your first name, I'd find a much better nickname, you know? First names are very precious to Maida. They only share them with their closest kin. Ugh, fine. Mary will do for now then. Fine. But also, may I say, we are close. We've even got imagined friendship bracelets. Look! Oh, that's adorable. And I don't hand these out to just anybody. They're reserved for the most special people. Yes. The bracelets are also of excellent craftsmanship. The knots would likely last through multiple encounters. What? But be that as it may, it can't change the admittedly unfortunate fact that we met mere days ago. You sure are hard to satisfy. Ayo. I can certainly think of a few easier ways. Oh my, okay. She's flirting. Okay. Oh, we are definitely circling back to this conversation later. I'm going to be so real. This interaction right now is reminding me of something in my own personal life that has been happening recently. Anyways. But I should probably tell our tomb story first before I forget all the good parts. Our audience is waiting after all. Yes, we are. Come, tell story. All right, ladies, gentlemen, mounted fish, it's story time. As you know, this was supposed to be a one-woman show. After your delicious drink, I felt as confident as a thorn-maned rhea. Confident and smart and pretty as a peach. Resourceful, you might even say, which was necessary almost immediately. When I got to the harbour, I realized I hadn't brought any money. Totally on purpose, of course. So I did what all the great druids do. I transformed into a sparkling red-finned dolphin across the sea in style. Of course. Fisherme would be jealous. Oh, I bet it is. Excited, I set out to the Great Sai Plain. Honestly, the sheer size of the steppe was amazing. Felt like the horizon just never ended. Unfortunately, my feet soon felt the same way. With the sun beaten down, it was hotter than blue blazes. I started wishing I'd bought a sunbrella. Just when I thought I was totally lost, I spotted several sets of tracks. Now, you might wonder why that's relevant, and I'd be wondering the same thing. If it weren't for the type of tracks. You're supposed to ask me what type of tracks. What type of tracks? Let's play along. If you poured your drinks as slowly as you catch my hints, you'd be out of a job and I'd still be thirsty. Look, I'm autistic. I don't catch hints. Ask anyone who's tried to flirt with me. Ouch. You're forgiven. As for the tracks, they were hooves. Such a relief. Perhaps I wouldn't have to conquer the trek on foot and alone after all. Naturally, I followed them and found an entire merchant caravan chilling under a small grove of trees. The afternoon sun was casting these perfect long shadows everywhere. Thanks to your drink, my mind was sharp. I waited for the right moment, crept up undetected and borrowed one of the mounts they had for sale. Borrowed. Yes, borrowed. Thank you very much. I was going to return it after my adventure and give them one of the artifacts I found as payment. Totally fair trade. So that didn't quite go according to plan. Hey, why are you two ganging up on me? But anyway, where was I? Right, in the desert. Picture me riding this super cool azure-crested ostrich that I aptly named Thunder Thighs, charging full speed across the steppe. This is so gay. This is so gay. This is so very gay and so very hilarious. So she's basically a lesbian. Aegis has a crush on her, and she has no interest and no idea. Meanwhile, she and Miriam totally into each other. Totally into each other. Totally opposites. Miriam's a hard ass. She's more free-flowing and bratty. It's the daddy dom and the brat and the... Yeah. So gay. So gay. Oh, I wish I'd seen that. A sight to behold, I'm sure. Girl, you're blushing again. You bet. Soon I started seeing a large, oddly symmetrical shape in the distance. I instantly knew it was the tomb. Look at them! Look at the way they look at each other. They're so into each other. And I kid you not, that's when things got super weird. How so? The tomb's shape on the horizon was constantly changing. That was probably a mirage. You're a mirage. So I'm an optical illusion created by light rays bending through layers of air at different temperatures. Okay, nerd. Okay, nerd. But with those biceps, you can be a nerd. Yes. I'll take that as a compliment. As you should, you little mirage, you. Look at them flirt. Look at them. In front of my salad. Flirting away. Anyway, in the cover of night, I finally reached the tomb. I scanned for enchantments and was surprised to find that it didn't have any. Or they hid them well enough from you. In all fairness, I did the same, nothing almost suspiciously so. Seriously, right? Who builds a tomb and just leaves the front door open? Amateurs these days, I tell ya. By the way, the air in there, ugh, like breathing through ancient socks. My head went all fuzzy after just a few steps inside. Nevertheless, I pushed deeper into the tomb and found myself in this absolute maze of twisty passages. Not gonna make the comment, not gonna make the comment, not gonna make, nope. And I swear, whenever I looked back, the path behind me had changed. What do you mean? It's hard to explain. It felt like someone was redrawing it from an old memory. Sounds like bad level design. Oh! Thanks to your brain juice, I was able to make sense of the tangled layout and eventually found the chamber where this champion of Tuat was supposedly buried. It was super creepy, which was to be expected. I found it beautiful, all that symmetry, those gorgeous archways. There was something meditative about. But so unoriginal, death-themed fine, but must every wall be bones? But like they used a tomb decorator template. Oh my god, the sass is off the charts. There was even strange goo and all that nonsense felt a bit too on the nose. However, the goo shimmered a lot, just like abalone shells. And you don't usually see fish bones decorating tomb walls. Not in front of Fisher-Me. Regardless, you have to admit it had some unique touches. That silver longbow resting on the grave was rather gorgeous. Ah, of course you'd zero in on the shiny weapon. Guess you didn't read the inscription on the grave then. It was written in some ancient gibberish. Guess who's fluent in ancient gibberish? I'm sure you're fluent in many kinds of gibberish. So what did it say? The bow that knew no mercy, save for love's cruel design, struck true the heart of Madeira to bind her soul with mine. Haunting. I know, right? I heard about this from another patron. The legend of Yatha Magellanus, I believe. Her arrow accidentally hit her own lover, right? Yep, that's the one. Glad to see I'm not the only adventurer in here with a little education. Well, color me impressed. A little more trust in my abilities, please. Speaking of, I snooped around too, and jackpot, shiny treasure everywhere. I snagged this wicked clock that shows your date of death, which Cain would have loved. That sounds pretty scary, actually. Oh, come on. Don't tell me you've never been curious about when you'll die. Not really. This is coming from someone who had an expected death date, because that's a trauma response that people with immense trauma have. They don't expect to live past a certain age. Knowing that would fill me with so much anxiety. The date might as well be immediately. Did you look at up yours, Kaya? Well, before I could figure it out, I got a little distracted. In classic tomb fashion, the moment I pocketed the treasure, I awakened its guardian, an ancient chimera with some serious attitude. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, indeed. 1 second I'm admiring ancient treasure, the next, bam, chimera central. I'm still puzzled over where it came from. I wasn't far from the tomb when I started hearing, well, noise. I don't want to spoil your story, Kaya. Thank you. Yeah, I have no idea how it got in. It just sort of manifested into view, if that makes sense at all. And that's not even the weirdest part. It had 3 heads. No big deal at this point in my career, but its behavior was all the more peculiar. Peculiar is certainly a choice of words, or word. Choice of word? That doesn't sound right. Never mind. Just continue, please. Good lord, she is so into her. No, please, keep going. Oh my god, and she's into her. It's so gay. Speaking of gay, hi, Bailey! Continue the story. You enjoying the dick measuring contest over at Aeon's stream? I might be listening in. All right. Where was I? Oh yeah, the chimera was acting strange. Not strange, peculiar. Got to choose my words more carefully. I was expecting the chimera to protect the treasure and attack me, which it kinda did, just not physically. And happily. Instead, it was really, and I mean really mean. What? Each head had its own vicious style. The carp-headed trash talked my skills, the horned hyena my appearance, and third, some sort of ghost just sighed with deep disappointment. Oh, that's savage. That's savage. I'm sorry. Your skills suck, you dress poorly, and just a deep disappointed sigh. That is all the burns. It was like facing mom, dad, and the school bully all at once. Not that I've ever been... Look, the important thing is that the creature was being really rude, okay? And that's when a certain someone came in to save the day. Well, I wasn't going to just leave you there on your own. Believe me, I had it covered. The chimera just briefly caught me by surprise. When I entered the tomb, you were paralyzed from top to bottom. The only thing moving was a stream of tears down your face. Aww, the hero. Hey, that's not true. I was just really sad for the poor chimera. You felt pity for that monster? I did. All those mean things it was saying, they had to come from a place of hurt, you know? Like calling me fake, a quitter, you probably heard that. Just random lashing out, obviously. That... I forget that this thing censors curse words. Didn't have anything to do with me. I mean, how am I fake? What did I quit? I finished that quest, didn't I? I also pretty rich, coming from a chimera that literally turned into dust. Who's fake now? The chimera did what? You know, it's completely fine to admit you are upset by... I wasn't! Oh, she's such a brat. So wait, hold on. Did you just say the chimera turned into dust? How did that happen? Well, when I entered, I was met by an angry chimera and a parallel... Teamwork! It was excellent teamwork! Mariam burst in, glaive blazons, totally startled the chimera and gave me time to channel my powers. I alternated between hurling curses at the beast and casting charms on Mariam, who evaded every strike with some incredibly acrobatic moves. And I'm sure she's acrobatic in other ways. It was like this whoosh, and then pow, and then whoa, whoosh. And her weapon is something else. I kept shifting from form mid-battle, from sword to glaive to axe in seconds. The Chimera was headless before we even knew it. Not my first, not my last. After a long, eerie silence, I hadn't even sheathed my weapon and you were already drawing comparisons to some awful first date you once had. After a long, eerie silence, I spoke to Murray, who would have otherwise just stood there for another hour, scowling and brooding. We established we were on the same side, there was enough treasure for both of us, and you'll love this part. We were both planning to come straight to your tavern. Oh, that warms my heart. A pleasant coincidence indeed. But here's the final twist. Feeling victorious and with pockets full of treasure, we were about to make our way back. But then, out of nowhere, the Chimera's back, and with a vengeance. Turns out it doesn't need all 3 heads to live. Who knew? Problem was, Mary had her back to it, and it was about to hit her hard. I had to think on my feet. The only things I could grab in the time were the bow and arrow by the tombstone. I fired 2 shots, and I will partially credit this to your drink. Confidently hit bullseye twice. You. That's when things really went sideways. As soon as I hit the Chimera, the tomb started. I don't know how to describe it. Falling apart. Yeah, kinda. More like fading away. The walls crumbled to dust, bones were crashing towards us. We obviously went into full, we're about to be buried alive panic mode. I didn't panic. We both full on panicked and dashed through the tunnels until, in an instant, we tumbled into open air. The tomb and everything in it, poof, gone without a trace. What do you mean, gone without a trace? She's right. We were just standing there with nothing but empty plains in all directions, as if the tomb had never existed. So I checked my bag, though I already kind of felt it in my guts, and yep, all the treasure was gone. Shouldn't have picked up the bow and arrow. Wow. That's unlike any story I've ever heard, and I'm sorry to hear you had such terrible luck. Though, if it's all right with you, I think I know exactly the right drink. Oh, what is it? Because I feel like I just can't decide. Hold on. Oh, I've got to tie my hair back. It's tickling my neck. I'm thinking something hopeful could brighten the mood. That's perfect. You're a mind reader. I'll get right on it. All right, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Hopeful. 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 That's not hopeful. That's hopeful, I guess. That's also hopeful. That's also hopeful. So Northern Brawler. Energy, courage, motivates hope. Inspiring, hope and courage. Inspiring, spice, luck, hope. The instrument is perfect dream for seafarer to win over the crewmates. Hefty sin and spices. Good luck for the fish and seas. Once enough to fill you with hope for your future adventures. Celestial twins guard the chaos and order have been distilled within this drink. Inspiring balance that grants you proficiency and a little bit of everything. Fills you with hope for harmony and the courage to chase your own dreams. In some places, the drink is instead the Southern Brawler with no 7 proof. Both versions will fill you hope, and my version takes best. So I'm going to give the Season Tides, I think. Which means that takes us back 1. Then we need to go forward 2, 1, and 1. Okay, bing bong. And then... which one of these goes... Nope. Nope. That one. Who are these? Yum, this is like instant happiness in a cup. I just know everything's going to work out. I'm glad to hear it. So to wrap up the story, we figured there was nothing else to do but make our way back here. Murray was kind enough to cover our boat fare back, and I swear that's when fate decided to get really weird. We met this guy, Corvang, who's a massive archaeology geek, and get this, he'd been searching for the same tomb but never found it. No way! Yeah, we felt awful about it, so we ended up coming clean about the whole tomb thing, but instead of being upset, he was thrilled. Our Chimera story blew his mind. He admitted he would have been Chimera Chow for sure, so he was honestly relieved we faced it instead. Of course, we spilled every detail we could recall about the tomb while he frantically scribbled notes. Apparently, we saved his entire research trip. He was super sweet about it, tried to thank us both with gifts, but Murray's too stubborn to accept anything, so I got something cool for Kane. It's an amulet of a dragon with its foot in its mouth. Apparently, it's a symbol for rebirth. What a great present. Honestly, I think the merchants who sold it to him were totally pulling his leg. Poor guy struck me as a little naive. But it's the thought that counts, and Kane will find it hilarious. Then it's a great gift regardless of any perceived meaning. Glad you feel that way. I got you one too. Oh, yay. Yay for me! I didn't even see where it went. That's so kind of you. You're welcome. Anyway, the rest of the journey back was pretty uneventful. I mean, the weather got a bit weird, fog rolling in despite clear skies, but I just chalked it up to maritime weirdness, you know? And here we are. I'm glad you at least got your present for Kane as a silver lining. Yeah, the trip certainly wasn't for nothing. Because, like I said at the very beginning, actually, do you want to finish this, Murray? You found a new friend. Yay, you finally admit it. Oh, girl. A little more than friends, don't you think? But we still need to work on your excitement levels, darling. I'll save my excitement for the big moments. No comment. Nope, not making that comment. I'll take that as a challenge. Feel free to do so. That is total brat daddy dom fucking vibes. You cannot tell me otherwise. So, any upcoming plans? Oh yeah, totes, but first things first, I gotta reply to my new pen pals. Any ideas of what I should say? I thought I was keeping up with all your new friends. No small feat, I might add, but pen pals? That's news to me. Really? I must agree, I recall no mention of pen pals. Oh, oopsie daisy! I found a message in a bottle when I was crossing the sea. Must have slipped my mind because of all the other exciting bits. A message in a bottle? How old school? I know, right? Sadly, the paper got all soggy, so I could hardly read anything. I figured I'll write back and I'll just throw the bottle in the same spot. I already sent them a quick message saying I'm super busy right now, but I'd love to hear more from them and would reply properly when I have time. Kaya, you don't need to send a preliminary reply to a message in a bottle. You can just reply when you're ready. I thought doing so was pretty courteous of me, actually. By the way, I gave them this address since I figured I'd come back here anyway. I hope that's cool. I'm sure that won't bite us in the ass. At all. Of course, but how do you know your replies will reach them at all? Are there any clues about where they're located? There were a few flowers in the bottle. They were pretty wilted, but they still had an interesting shimmer to them. What kind of shimmer? Orange golden, like those plants growing on the Amber Isles? Not quite. I would say similar, but slightly duller. Oh, they could be from the Copper Archipelago. The plants there all have a dull shimmer to them, and the place itself is all the more mysterious. How exciting. You really are hungry for adventure stories, aren't you? I found a message in a bottle, but the contents were unreadable. It may have been sent by someone near the Copper Archipelago. I really need to start doing vocal exercises before stream, especially when I do these kinds of streams with the talk type games, because I lose my voice so quickly. I'm already feeling it. Yeah. It gets pretty quiet around here. Not that I don't like it. I totally love this place. But when my patrons tell stories, I can picture myself right there with them. It's the closest I get to, you know, the whole adventuring thing. Oh, right. Mary, you must have something adventure-like to share. Mind giving me a few examples? Come on, Mari, anything at all? Been to any cool places lately, done something crazy, or at least heard something from someone else you can share with complete disregard to fact-checking? Oh, I know. There's supposed to be a vampire who lives in a castle inside a volcano. Oh, hello. That is interesting. Yeah, I heard it from my colleagues at the... No. Way. This way. I honestly can't decide whether that's the coolest thing I've ever heard or the tackiest. I mean, castle in a volcano? Mari? Apologies. I was momentarily lost in thought. What? What were you thinking about? That old castle? I must say, the architecture is apparently nothing short of extraordinary, at least from what I've been told. Hold on a sec, folks. Just want to check something. Okay, that's not going to happen. All right. Okay. Impossible archway, stairs that spiral back on themselves, gravity defying, well, everything. All kept together by some fascinating old magic. Hey, something's a little weird. A vampire lives in a castle inside a volcano with impossible architecture held together by ancient magic. Yeah, how have you never told us this story before? I mean, you just met her, Kaya. Kaya, again, we've only just known each other for a few... No, I mean, there's a lot of fog building up outside. It's just fog. What's the big deal? I mean, it's weird magical fog by the looks of it. I suppose you're right. Although it is getting closer. Hey, why is the room spinning? Oh, this is going to be fun, isn't it? Oh, this is different. Oh. Oh, that's making me feel a little... Ugh. Sometime later. Oh, we're just stuck with the fog now, are we? I feel like those two to go together, but there's nothing else that goes together. Oh, that's different. That's very different. Act 2. Part 5. Dream Mash. 43rd of the Dreaming Moon. And on that note, we'll find out more about the fog next week because I'm starting to lose my voice, friend. So, you know the drill. Keep up to date with what's happening with streams. Oh my god, my stream deck is absolutely pooping itself, friends. Absolutely pooping itself. Hang on a sec. Stream deck. Stream deck. Stream deck. Please. There we go. Anyways, keep up to date with what's happening on stream and join us for community movie nights in Discord. Take a raid message with you. And a reminder for those on the $6 Ko-fi tier and above, we have our monthly movie night coming up, first Friday of every month. But yeah, we're going to go see Aeon again. So you guys love Aeon. Aeon is playing Marvel Rivals, trying to grind comp. So hang out, say hi to Aeon. I'm going to make myself a cup of tea to soothe my throat. And I will see you all Wednesday for either Moses and Plato or Coffee Talk. I haven't decided. I still haven't decided. But I will see you all Wednesday. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for lurking. Thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate you. I love you. Look after yourselves.